What is up, everybody? So we got some Darien Helm Smash for you this week. I've really enjoyed putting this deck together. Darien's been a really fun commander. I can definitely say that he has earned a spot in the commander rotation. So I'm going to start this deck tech off with what does our commander do? So Darien, King of Kjeldor, whenever you're dealt damage, you may put that many 1/1 white soldier creature tokens onto the battlefield. So what we're trying to do is get a lot of damage dealt. We can wait for our opponents to deal damage to us, but that's not very fun. So as far as like kind of what the two main win conditions of our deck is, we have pain and then we have pump. So as far as pain goes, so I'm running a lot of painful stuff that causes pain to us. So I'm just going to start at like the 0 drops and then work my way up to the all the way up to the 7 drops. So we'll start with the land. So we'll start with Mana Crypt. You know, Mana Crypt, it's just a bonus that it's in here, but so this is like the only deck where you're running Mana Crypt where you're just like keeping your fingers crossed that you miss on your Mana Crypt trigger to get 3 damage, because that 3 damage is going to give you 3 soldier tokens. So same thing with Ancient Tomb. It's like you get a bonus for running this in here. Love it. Turn that 2 damage into 2 soldier tokens. City of Brass deals 1 damage, soldier token. Same thing with Grand Coliseum. It comes into play tapped, and then you can add any mana of any color. Same thing like City of Brass. Nomad Stadium, man, I love this card. You know, it's a cool, it's a pain land, so it fits in the deck. But as far as like the art goes, it's pretty spot on, man. I like it. I like it a lot, man. It's just really cool card art right there. Now here's the king of the pain lands. We have Tarnished Citadel. Add 1 colorless mana to your mana pool, then add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Deals 3 damage to you. So basically, like, you can turn that into 3 soldier tokens each turn, man. It is every single time I had Tarnished Citadel out, it was almost a win every single time. I enjoyed it very much. So definitely good to have in there. Now onto the 1 drop. So as far as pain, we've got Mana Vault. There's not really nothing too painful at 1 drop. So, but with Mana Vault, what you can do is you can get it out, cheat it out for 3 mana, and then not untap it and turn that 1 damage each turn into a soldier token. That kind of helps you, because Darien does cost 6. So with Mana Vault, you can get it out early and just leave it tapped and start cashing in those soldier tokens. Alright, onto the 2 drop, we've got Jinxed Idol. At the beginning of your upkeep, Jinxed Idol deals 2 damage to you. You can sack a creature and target opponent gains control of it. We're not going to be sacking any creatures. We're just here to have that 2 damage being dealt to us. It adds up. And, if you go 2 or 3 turns with that out there, that's 6 soldier tokens. Alright, onto the 3 drop, we've got Angel's Trumpet. So all creatures have vigilance. At the beginning of each player's end step, tap all untapped creatures that player controls that didn't attack this turn. Then Angel's Trumpet deals damage to the player equal to the number of creatures tapped this way. So it's another fun way to get in some damage, get to cash in those extra soldier tokens. Onto the 4 drop, we have Jade Monolith. So for 1 colorless, the next time a source of your choice would deal damage to target creatures this turn, that source deals damage to you. So with Jade Monolith, like, if you're playing against a red deck and they're sending a huge burn spell up to your face, you can redirect it to yourself. But let's say you're swinging in with Darien. When he's swinging in and our opponent declares a blocker before we get a damage being dealt, you can use Jade Monolith on that permanent source to deal it back to us and cash those in for soldier tokens. Nothing too painful at the 5 drop. At Staff of Nin, love the card draw in there, and then you can tap it to deal 1 damage to ourselves to get in some soldier tokens. So now that's the painful part of the deck. So what we're trying to do is deal a lot of damage to us and get a lot of soldier tokens out. So one of the advantages, not the advantages, but one of the ways to take advantage of having a bunch of soldier tokens is to have a bunch of pump spells or pump type effects. So it really starts at the 2 drop. So we have Intangible Virtue. Creature tokens you control get +1/+1 and have vigilance. So this is definitely really good in this deck because you get a lot of soldier tokens. They have vigilance. They get +1. So it doesn't seem like a lot, but turning a bunch of 1/1s into a bunch of 2/2s it's a game changer. We're also running Honor of the Pure. White creatures you control get +1/+1. So that's going to That's going to give Darien that +1 bonus too, since he's a white creature. And then we have Crusade. White creatures get +1/+1. Now this is a global effect, so it'll count towards your opponent's creatures if they have white creatures out there. But if you're looking to get a lot of soldier tokens out, it's usually not going to matter if it gives them a bonus too. Onto the 3 drop, we have Glorious Anthem. Creatures you control get +1/+1. It's just like, not like Crusade. It's like Honor of the Pure. Then we have Nomad Captain, man. This is a pet card of mine. I've always loved Nomad Captain. I've had him in a GOAT deck I've had for a long time. And so with Nomad Captain, you're looking to set it up to where you have a bunch of soldier tokens. You're going to swing in for 1 big final swing to give them that extra bonus and use it in addition to like Honor of the Pure or something like that. We also have Field Marshal. Other soldier creatures get +1 and have first strike. So I didn't go too heavy as far as the soldier lords and other stuff like that. There's only a couple utility soldiers that grant a bunch of stuff to our creatures, but Field Marshal is definitely a good one to have. Now, at the 4-drop, we have a very unique card in Karma. So Karma says at the beginning of each player's upkeep, Karma deals damage to that player equal to the number of swamps he or she controls. So if we have this bad boy out and then we get, where is it, Urborg out, you can actually run Urborg in a mono white deck because there's no mana symbol on the land. So it feels kind of a little magic dirty doing Urborg and Karma, but you know, it is what it is. It's one of those combos to where, you know, I'm not like dying to search up Urborg and Karma, like I'm gonna win that way, but if we get into some Urborg action, or our opponent plays an Urborg, we can get down Karma and start cashing in a lot of soldier tokens. One of the ways to minimize the amount of damage off Karma, because it's going to turn all of our lands into swamps, is to run the Soul Warden and Soul's Attendant. That way, you know, if we're getting a bunch of soldiers down, we're going to just get ahead on life total, and then at the same time get a bunch of creature tokens off of that. Oh, while we're at the 4-slot, we also have Lich's Tomb. So you don't lose the game by having 0 less life, and then whenever you lose life, sack a permanent. So you're looking to get to a spot to where, once again, you have a huge amount of soldier tokens, and you know, it's always fun playing with Lich's Tomb. Alright, on to the 5 spots. As far as pump goes, we have Dictate of Heliod, Flash, creatures you control get +2/+2. So let's say our opponent does something, we can flash it in at the end of his turn, give all our creatures +2, make them into 3/3s, which is usually enough to win the game. Running Gauntlet of Power as a way to help to kind of cheat out Darien, and also, once again, give a pump effect. Eldrazi Monument. Creatures you control get +1/+1 and have flying and indestructible. So there's no better than feeling than giving an entire army of soldiers flying and indestructible. It does have an upkeep clause where you have to sack a creature, but if you got the paint engine going, you're going to be okay. And then, oh yeah, Catapult Master. Tap 5 untapped soldier creatures you control, exile target creature. So this is another one of those soldier cards where I didn't go too heavy as far as soldier creatures in the actual deck itself, but there's a few soldiers that you're going to run in pretty much any Darien deck that you want to use, and Catapult Master is definitely one of those to take advantage of the tokens. And we also, oh, Plea for Guidance. There's only like 2 tutors in here, but Plea for Guidance is a pretty cool one. Search your library for up to 2 enchantment cards, reveal them, and put them into your hand, and then shuffle your library. Plea for Guidance is pretty good in this deck, so we can use it to search up Karma. We can also use it to search up any of our pump effects, whether it's Glorious Anthem, Crusade, Honor the Pure, Intangible Virtue. It allows you to search for 2, so you can cast it for 6. It's probably going to eat up your turn that whole time, but being able to search up Honor the Pure or Intangible Virtue, really good. I'll take that. As far as board wipes goes, we have Mass Calcify. There we go. Mass Calcify, destroy all non-white creatures. It's once again, man, casting that. Ooh, it feels so good when you blow up your opponent's entire board and you have a bunch of soldier tokens. And then we also, as far as pump spell at the 7 slot, we have Elder Norn, and we also have Akram's Memorial. So creatures you control have flying, first strike, vigilance, trample, haste, protection from black and from red. So that ends up the pump spells. And you know, as far as the rest of the deck, it's it's a basic Darien deck. I think with my deck text, I want to tell you what my goal with the deck is, and that way you can kind of see what I'm building. And if you want to build a pain and pump deck, then you kind of fill in with what you want. So like, as far as support cards, I'm running Avacyn. You don't have to run Avacyn in here. One card I do want to hit on is Springjack Shepherd. There's no better feeling than making a bunch of goat tokens, especially when you have Intangible Virtue out there. So with Springjack Shepherd, whenever it enters the battlefield, put 0/1 white goat tokens onto the battlefield for each white mana symbol that you control. So if you have any type of pump spells, you can turn your Springjack Shepherd into usually you're looking about maybe 8 to 10 goats right there. So it's always fun playing with Springjack. Springjack combos very well with the Nomad Captain. That's why they're both in here. They spent some time together in a goat deck, so I said, hey, come on, we're going to put you in a commander deck, put you in Darien. But yeah, as far as the deck, with Darien, I played 3 games and I won all 3 games, and it's one of my favorite things in Magic to do is exchange your life total for resources, and Darien is a prime example of dealing damage to yourself to cash in some soldier tokens. It's very much enjoyed playing the deck. So hope you enjoy the videos. I'll let you know that Darien has for sure earned a spot in the commander rotation. So if you enjoyed the videos, you expect to see some more in the future. And this is my first deck tech. So I think I kind of like this format and the way I did it, so I think as far as future deck techs, I'm going to do it like this. But yeah, alright guys, if you liked the video, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks guys.